I'm Sarah and you're watching Acid Burn Say, and today I am going to be talking about my TBR for April. I cannot believe that it is April already, and this month I have decided to join Realmathon, which is a readathon that you join a realm, and in the end only one realm can survive. So in the link down below I will give you the announcement video, and that explains all about it. It's not too late to join, so please join. This is my first readathon that I'm doing, that I'm joining part of, so yes. This I think is like the 3rd of March and I'm really getting into it. And sorry, Artemis is just chewing away there beside me, so I apologize. So let's get on with my TBR. I have joined the team of Enya, which is the fantasy realm, but I'm just reading what I want. I mean, you get bonus points if you read genres from your realm, or you can do a hybrid, and there's loads of different realms you can go. I feel like I should have gone for the non-fiction, the sci-fi non-fiction realm. I might have fared a little bit better in there, but we'll see. So yes, so what, I have quite a big TBR this month, a lot bigger than what I would usually have as my TBR. So a little bit of spoiler for my March wrap up. I didn't get to Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, which is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, and it carries on from that. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the series for you. So yes, and that I think fits into quite a lot of categories. Next is The Wedding Crasher by Soas, and this was one of the team leaders in Realmathon, their pick of favourite books. So I have picked a few of their different favourite books because you get extra points for reading one that they have recommended. So it is a romance to my knowledge. Solange ends up helping her cousins at a wedding, and she sees the bride lip locked with someone who's not the groom, and so she crashes the wedding and says stop. And so then I think there's fake dating and everything, so we'll see how that goes. It's a wee romance, so it's not fantasy, it's a wee romance, so we'll see. It's just less than 400 pages. So next is one of Haley Pam's favourite books, and that is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have this on Kindle, but I also, my library got it as an audiobook, so I'm going to borrow it from that and hopefully get to that this month. So I look forward to that, and that will be a nice, quick, easy read, and yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really know much about it. I just know it's a romance, and I feel like I want to enjoy it. Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. I don't really know much about it. I know it's a fantasy romance retelling, and that's really all I know, and it's about the daughter of the Moon Goddess. So I really don't know much about it. I know that it's very, very hyped on TikTok, and I know Haley from Bookland read it and really loved it. And I saw loads of different editions of it that look gorgeous, and the whole thing just looks gorgeous. And I know the sequel came out this year, I think earlier this year. So yes, I look forward to reading that. Next is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. This I don't really know much about. I think it's a thriller, but it is on my list because it is recommended by one of the team leaders on Realmathon, so you get extra points for that. So, and I know it's in the charts, in the book charts in work, and so yeah, so it must be good. The next few are recommended by the team leaders of Realmathon, so you do get extra points for reading their recommends. So another one that I have on the list because of that. I basically went through all the recommends that they had, what was available on my library to borrow. I have so many books on my Kindle from my library at the moment that, yeah, I'm gonna read so much. I'm a little bit scared. So next is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. I really don't know anything about it. I know it's been recommended, so I'm basically going into that one blind, completely blind, so we'll see how that goes. Next is Ashes of Sun by Djando. I apologize. Here is the name here because I cannot say it. Wexler. I can get the surname, just not the rest. And it's another recommend that I have no clue about. So The Martian by Andy Weir is recommended, is one of the recommends, but unfortunately my library doesn't have any version of it, so I will not be reading that. However, I didn't get to Project Hail Mary from last month, so that is on my list for this month. However, I might put it a bit further back because it is a sci-fi and I'm fancy, so. Next is Dear Dolly by Dolly Alderton. She is an advice columnist on the Sunday Times, and Dear Dolly is a non-fiction, and it is a little bit of her advice that she has given, that she gave in some of the articles that she put together. And so yes, that should be very interesting to read, and I'm sure very enjoyable. I've never listened to any of her stuff, but I know Rachel Catherine has read one of her books and really, really loved it. So I look forward to that and delving into her as an author. The next one is a gift that I gave my mother, and it's called The Murders at Fleet House by Lucinda Riley. I have read Lucinda Riley before. I am currently reading her Seven Sisters series. Lucinda Riley unfortunately died recently, and this book was published not long after she died, and I bought it for my mother, and my mother really enjoyed it. It is a thriller, so it's not on my fancy radar, but it's a nice easy thriller. My mother really enjoyed it, and we have the hard copy, and my library also has the audiobook, so that will be good because I find it so much easier to listen to an audiobook and focus as I read. It keeps me focused. And last but not least, Happy Place by Emily Henry is coming out at the end of April. So I hope to read that. If I don't read it this month, it'll definitely be next month, because I read You and Me on Vacation and I loved it, by Emily Henry. I thought it was brilliant, and I read Book Lovers and I loved. I'm still putting off beach read, I think, till a little bit closer to the time, to summer and spring, because I love them. But yes, so that's my TBR for Realmathon. So I've got an awful lot of books. I'll probably add a few more onto it, but at the moment those are the books that I plan to read. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books. 11 books. And I really want to get Queen of Shadows read by the end of this month to go with my Sarah J. Maas book once a month. So hopefully I will get that done. So yes, please share with me what team you're on Realmathon. And yeah, I'm really enjoying these reading sprints that we're doing. So yes, it's not too late to join. Share with me what is on your TBR list, and share with me your videos if you're joining the Realmathon TBR. So yeah, share with me. Just share with me. Let me know. And yeah. And if you like this video, please like. Subscribe if you would like more of my content. And yeah, enjoy your evening. Well, it's evening for me here. So bye. Thank you. Bye.